Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we continue the skincare roundup series that I'm running here on the channel. In this series, I share with you my current top 3 and bottom 3 products for each step in the skincare routine. Today is the turn of toners. I know there's a lot of discussion in the world about whether you need a toner in your life, what are the good ones, the bad ones, but it's all covered in here when I share with you my holy grails and total fails. So sit back, relax, let's talk the best and worst toners. Now, before we get into this video, don't forget to do all that YouTubey stuff. If you haven't already, drop me a comment below to let me know what your favourite holy grail toner, essence or mist is, because your recommendations do really shape the future products that I try here on the channel. Whilst you're down there, remember to give this video a thumbs up and a like, because it really does support me and the channel so much, and it's a great way of letting me know that you're enjoying this series, and I'll continue to film installments in it. Finally, if you haven't already, why not caress that subscribe button and join our fabulous Mad About Skin family. We're growing all the time, and I think I speak for everyone. I say we would love to have you as a core member of it if you haven't already joined. But with all that being said, shall we cut the waffle and just delve straight on in? And let's start with the elephant in the room, which is the question that always comes up in skincare. Do you need a toner in your skincare routine? In truth, no. A lot of people will swear by toners and absolutely adore them. A lot of people tend to stay away from them, and it all comes down to the personal preference of the style and the viscosity of the products that you like. As long as the toner that you reach for has a purpose, either it's delivering an active ingredient or it's bringing you an element that's sensorial, the spa-like, that just makes you infinitely happy. Well, as long as it's got a purpose to it, a toner is a fantastic addition to a skincare routine. But you can get all the benefits from them from serums, from creams, or it depends on the texture that you prefer. A lot of people like the more watery, the liquid-based products, which are toners and essences, in which case you might want to have multiple ones in your skincare routine. If, like me, and you prefer a more gel-like, easy-to-apply serum or cream, then maybe just stick to like one toner in your routine. For me, it all comes down to personal preference, and I say it time and time again. When it comes to skincare, use what works for you. It's all about individual preference and skin needs, and just make sure you have that at the forefront of your mind when you're answering the question, do you need a toner or an essence in your life? Now we've got that out of the way, let's go on to starting with the positivity, with my absolute ding holy grail toners, and I'm totally breaking the rules here. I know I said in this series we look at the top 3 and the bottom 3, but when it comes to toners, there are so many amazing products that I couldn't just stick to 3. So hopefully you won't read me to filth for breaking my own rules, because I do have a couple of honourable mentions too. Now let's first talk about the best hydrating toners. I think when we talk toners, often our minds will go towards the hydration, because I think that's what toners and essences are really known for. They have some other purposes that I'm going to come on to later in the video, but when it comes to hydration, I think a toner can be a great addition to your skincare routine. No Mad About Skin video would be complete without a mention of this product, which is the Geek and Gorgeous Liquid Hydration, one of my absolute favourite toners. It comes in 2 different forms, traditional like applicator toner, or this which is in a spray bottle. Both the exact same formulation, one's just a mist, one's a standard toner. A lot of people will say, how do we get our hands on this mist bottle? Well, I reached out to Geek and Gorgeous, and this will be back in stock on their website by the end of this week, so if you want to try it out in this format, absolutely do. And I would recommend it because it's so easy. It's great to keep in the fridge to cool everything down, and once it's done you can repurpose this bottle. It's a really nice convenient travel size, which I absolutely love. I've left links to this product alongside everything else mentioned in today's video in the description box if you do want to check it out. But this is an absolute holy grail because it contains skin compatible amino acids which are going to deeply nourish and hydrate without the risk of redness, peeling and sensitivity. So good, suitable for all skin types, and just a really nice addition to your routine. For the same reasons I always fangirl about this is the beauty of Joseon Ginseng Essence Water. So gorgeous on the skin. It just feels like really spa, bougie and luxury, but again, like the Geek and Gorgeous, comes at a really affordable price point, which I love. Beauty of Joseon is one of my favourite Korean brands. The packaging is to die for, but the products are really well formulated. The ginseng in here is really nice to calm and soothe. It's also got some other great hydrating botanicals alongside some key ingredients, and this again, like with the Geek and Gorgeous, suitable for all skin types. Bring back a little extra hydration to your skin, and if you use this on a consistent basis, your skin will be plumper, dewier. It's just a really gorgeous product. So, we've talked about hydration, and trust me, either of those 2 beautiful toners will hydrate you to the gods. But toners are increasingly being reached for a little added glow, some radiance. So if you want that glow up, which toners should you reach for? Well, I have 2 fantastic recommendations. Let's start with this. This is the non-buzzing toner, the Super Glowing Essence. I adore this. It's slightly thicker than some of the other recommendations, so it's a little bit easier to apply. And honestly, I love this so much. I'm now on bottle 3, and honestly, it's delivering me everything. I wasn't actually the biggest fan of toners. Like I said, I like a little bit more of a gel-like texture to my products. I just find them easy to apply. But I think this was one of the few products that actually started my conversion to toners. It's so good. You have so many fermented ingredients in this. You know, a lot of people sing the benefits of ferments, but you look at some of the ingredients list on fermented products, it has like 1 or 2. You've got over 10 fermented ingredients in here, which really is delivering a powerful hydration boost alongside a glow up. You've got a nice low quantity of niacinamide, which is great for some added luminosity, some other great botanicals. All around, it's just a star performer, and definitely one that I will be repurchasing time and time again. The one thing I will call out with this one is it does have a small amount of fragrance in it, which for me, I actually really enjoy. Quite uplifting, gives you that nice boost on a morning when you're doing your morning skincare routine. But not everyone wants fragrance in their skincare, so I will call that one out for this. The other 2 that I mentioned, and most of the other ones I'm calling out in this video, are fragrance free, but I'll leave a links to the ones that are fragrance and fragrance free in the description. Such a great product, and definitely one that I'll keep repurchasing. I also want to give a call out to this. This is the Our Unique Vitamin Hyaluronic Acid Vitalizing Toner. Now, I read this to filth on the channel before I really gave it the chance to work on my skin, and I take it all back. Okay, it does have a ridiculously high amount of hyaluronic acid in there, which isn't going to be for everyone, particularly if you're sensitive to that ingredient. But if you like a hyaluronic acid fix and you want it with some great vitamin C, some other brightening ingredients in a really gentle and nourishing way, this toner could be for you. Again, I think I'm on bottle like number 2 of this, and I've definitely started to see a little bit of glow up, a little added luminosity to my skin from using it. Be very mindful of that hyaluronic acid. You know, when you're living in a very dry climate, what I would recommend when you've used your hyaluronic acid, top off with a slightly thicker and more occlusive moisturizer to seal it in, because you don't want that hyaluronic acid sucking the moisture from the deeper levels of the skin. You want it to be taking it from the other products from the moisturizer. So just remember, bear that in mind. But such a great glow up enhancing toner. Now, the final category of toners I think are worth a call out are the exfoliating toners. Now, I actually love to use an exfoliator in the form of a toner because I think it can be a little bit more hydrating on the skin than some of the other leave-on serums, and also often they tend to be on the more gentle front, particularly if you look for an exfoliating toner from Korea, where you'll start to see glycolic acid in like a 2 or 3% concentration rather than the 8 or 10% concentrations we tend to see here in the West. I think when it comes to exfoliation, gentle, used consistently in the long term, it's always going to give you the better results than going in with a super high potency active from day one. So bear that in mind, and exfoliating toners really do play a part in a good skincare routine. So my 2 favourite are these. This is the Geek and Gorgeous Calm Down. Now, you see Geek and Gorgeous getting a second mention. Honestly, totally deserve it. I love that brand, and I'm making no apologies for constantly fangirling about them. This Geek and Gorgeous Calm Down is one of my favourites of their collection. Geek and Gorgeous actually do 3 different exfoliating toners, but the Calm Down is hands down my favourite and the one I would definitely recommend. It's got a 4% concentration of polyhydroxy acids, which is super gentle on the skin, but do, in the long term, give a really meaningful exfoliation. It's got some cactus extract in here to calm, soothe and hydrate. It's also got a small quantity of salicylic acid too. That's really important because it's in a low concentration to add just a therapeutic benefit to calm and soothe the skin, but it will also go into the pores and do a little in-pore exfoliation too. Perfect if you're struggling to find an exfoliating product that will work on sensitive skin. This could be the one for you, and I would definitely recommend it. For the same sensitive skin compatibility, I also fangirl about this, which is the beauty of Joseon Bubble Toner. This has a 3% concentration of alpha hydroxy acids in a really unique dispenser. So it comes out as a foam, which I love, because as those bubbles pop on the skin, it feels super soothing. It's just like a real nice treat and a totally different, unique texture to what you normally get in your skincare, which just makes it really fun to use. Beyond that, that super gentle alpha hydroxy acid blend will just give your skin a light surface level exfoliation without leading to too much redness, peeling or sensitivity. Both the Geek and Gorgeous and the Beauty of Joseon need to be used in the long term to see those real meaningful benefits, but I'm all about that. Skincare, marathon, not a sprint, and these 2 are my favourite exfoliating toners for sure. Now, unfortunately, with every ding 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 holy grail comes some wah 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 total fails that I do want to call out now. Now, the point of this section of the video isn't to name and shame anything, it's really just to help you guys save some of your hard-earned coin, which you can then invest on some of the genuinely amazing toners that I've just called out. For me, these three toners just didn't work. They didn't cut it for a number of reasons that I'm going to come on to now. First and foremost, let's talk the SK2 Facial Treatment Essence. Now, I'm not going to talk about this in too much detail because I covered it in a separate video, which I'll leave a link to up there. This toner did absolutely hydrate me to the gods when I tried it, and I did get some light radiance boost from it too. The problem is the £150 price tag, which you don't need to pay, because in that video, I shared with you some more affordable dupes. I never like overpaying for skincare, and this is a case of a toner which genuinely delivers, but is so overpriced for what actually you could be getting at the drugstore as a perfect alternative. I also take issue to the amount of sponsored content this brand is doing here on YouTube, because whilst I don't have an issue with brand sponsorships and content creators, I think this is a case where they're really plugging this, and I think it's to just detract from the fact that this is quite an overpriced product. If you love it, continue to use it, but for a lot of us that don't want to or can't afford to reach for this style of product, don't worry, because there's more affordable dupes in that video that I just referenced. Now we want to call out the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% Toning Solution. This used to be a holy grail of mine, and actually on the body it still does work so well. But I think on the face, that concentration of glycolic acid is just too potent. They also recommend using it every single day, which I would never do with a product like this. I'd love it if the Ordinary just took it down a notch. Maybe looked for like a 4% concentration of glycolic acid, which I think would give you the exact same results with less risk of side effects. For me, this product did absolutely work, but since I shifted to some of the more gentle exfoliating toners and lactic acid as my AHA of choice, I just dispensed with this and thought, actually, I'm getting so many great results now. I wish I'd moved on from this a lot sooner, and I encourage everyone to try out a little lactic acid in their lives, because I think you'll be really impressed with the glow up. Finally, let's talk the new Badescu Adaptogen Mist. So, technically a mist, which I think toners, mists, essences, all used interchangeably, but this product is just a firm pass. I've seen so many influencers rave about this product and say how good it is. I've even heard people like Cassandra Banks and say, yes, I know Badescu had their issues with putting undisclosed steroids in people, which actually led to people suing them for blinding them with glaucoma and actually leading to long-term health benefits. But putting that aside, this is a really great product. No, why are we putting that aside? We're applauding Badescu for taking the fragrance out of their products when it comes to this mist and saying, yeah, game changing, great, they're listening. They're not listening. The same man owns the brand that always did at the time of that steroid scandal. The management structure hasn't changed from that steroid scandal, and they've never apologized. So actually, they're not listening. They haven't changed. They've just taken fragrance out of the product. And actually, whilst this product, just on the ingredients alone, isn't terrible, there's far better mists out there that'll deliver you the same benefits with just better ethics to sit behind them. So I'd say to any of the influencers out there that are saying, you know what, let's just look past that whole steroid scandal and now let's actually just look at how amazing Badescu are, I'd say, would you be looking past that if your health had been impacted by this brand, if you've been blinded by the products that they've been selling to you without disclosing those steroids? Would you feel the same way? I probably wouldn't. And you know what? We are blessed with so many amazing brands and amazing toners in our world. We don't need to reach, we don't need to scrape the barrel for the shady brands out there. Just invest in some of the other amazing ones. Also, this is so boring. They haven't even, for all that I don't like colorants added to products, I don't like a lot of fancy packaging, this is like the opposite. It's just boring. And for the price point, I wanted a little bit more. I wanted it to actually reach out to me and think, I want to buy that. This just looks so cheap. It kind of looks like one of those dodgy skincare items you buy off Wish, which looks great on the website. Then it arrives, it's exactly the opposite what you thought you were buying. It kind of looks like that, but that's just my personal preference. Sign up in the comments section below with any of your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. So there you have it, guys. A rundown of the holy grail and total fail toners in the skincare world. I honestly would recommend you guys should reach out and try any of those amazing toners I called out earlier, because most of them will work for almost all skin types. Be mindful that some of them might have fragrance, which I have indicated in the description box below, so if you're looking to avoid that, you kind of know which ones you should and shouldn't shop with. But hopefully this is just giving you a little inspiration in the toner world. I am a new convert to toners in skincare, but I think based on the performance of the ones I've shared with you today, I think I'll be trying more and more in the future, so I'd love to know your recommendations. And wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.